Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for July 2017. This month, I pulled 2 cards for each of the Zodiac signs using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. I'd also like to add here, if you're interested in getting the special psychic readings that I recorded for the mid-month of July, which are singles and couples romance forecast for the remainder of 2017, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for those videos. You can also go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, click on the videos tab on my menu, go to page, it's either 10 or 11, and there you will see the heading for singles and couples romance forecast for the remainder of 2017. You click under that heading on your sign, and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. I did this because I had gotten several requests for another love reading update for this year of 2017. So please be sure to check those out. I want to thank you so much for all of your purchases of all of my videos on Vimeo. And please be sure to click on the timestamps below this video to go directly to your sign. All that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update. And the first sign I'm looking into is Aries. Aries, the first of the 2 cards you got was 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles is a card that means partnership. It can mean weighing your options, having to make a decision or a choice between 2 things, 2 jobs, 2 loves, 2 ways to make money, something about money. Weighing your options. It can be wishy-washy thinking sometimes when this card comes up. And there's a lot of emotions tied up in this decision or choice. I feel like for Aries, it's coming to crunch time. You need to start crunching the numbers, they're saying. I feel like you're looking under every crack, under every book, in every account of any kind to look for money. Like maybe you feel like money has eluded you, or you hid some money somewhere, or money's hidden somewhere, or maybe you feel like there's some accounts that have gotten forgotten about. But I see you looking like, not just in like the normal, not like your everyday bank account. You may be looking, like in the sofa cushions. I'm not saying it's to that extent, Aries, but you know what I'm saying. I feel like you're looking in corners for money. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe somebody passed away and there was some documents or papers that need to be found because there's some money attached to those documents. It could be something like that. Anything that you are legally tied up or bound up in that could involve money, you may want to get yourself out of that binding. Like maybe you agreed to some kind of special account or some kind of retirement plan, or you're tied up in a partnership with somebody with money. Like I feel like things that involve you and someone else, or you and a partnership, or you and a written agreement with a bank or financial institution or insurance company or something, a pension fund or labor thing, and like union money, anything where your money is tied up and wrapped up with legalities, contracts, and papers. Some of you Aries may be trying to untie it, is what I feel like. Get yourself out of it if there's been a contract or any legalities signed. So that's what was coming up for you with the 2 of Pentacles. Now with the 2 of Rods is your second card. So you had 2 2s here. And this is partnership in business, partnership in romance. It could also be how you're presenting yourself or presenting something you're doing to the world, something you're showing the world. I do feel that some of you Aries your finances are going to be on the upswing. And I see some of you having like a string of abundance getting ready to flow to you. This could be raises. This could be some loan gets paid off to you, or you get a bonus. Something happening like a law suit or a settlement. Like you've got the rotation of money coming to you, the evolution and rotation of money coming to you. Any secret dealings or underground behaviors of any kind is going to backfire. Now, I'm not saying you Aries are prone to do that. Do not think I'm saying that. But, you know, sometimes somebody could come up to you and go, look, I got this really great deal. If you go in on it with me, blah, blah, blah. Or I've got this great thing I've got, and it was like, you know, this unbelievable bargain. Do you want to buy it? Anything that's like not above board or has some secret underground things are going to backfire for Aries at this mid-month of July. So just be forewarned if something comes up and you're like, that seems like it's there's something covert about it, I would avoid it. I do feel that some of you Aries have some duplicitous feelings behind closed doors. And what they mean by that, I feel my interpretation of that is if you're in a partnership with somebody or a romance with somebody or a partnership in a business or there's something going on, that would involve two jobs, two people, partners, love partners, business partners, any kind of double thing here. I get duplicitous, which is two, again, behind closed doors. Like you're keeping it to yourself. Like you may feel like, I don't really know how I feel about that partner. Or sometimes I like this partner, sometimes they drive me nuts. Sometimes I like this, business partnership. Sometimes I feel like I'd rather be on my own. Like I pick up duplicitous feelings that you're keeping to yourself. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Aries, for this mid-month of July. Now I'm going to look into Taurus. And the first of the two cards you have, Taurus, is Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles to me is being at peace and contentment with your life and having the financial stability and abundance behind you. I hear riches are yours. You've finally found your home. I feel some of you may have been looking for a new place to buy and you finally found the right location. Some of you Tauruses may also feel like you're in a strong financial position right now should you want to buy a new place, or you may have recently done it and you're already in it, because it's like riches are yours and finding your home and feeling at home also. I don't like saying anything negative, as you guys know I don't, but don't be surprised if there's some people that come up that are negative, that say negative things or are a little negative to you, Taurus, and I feel like if they're doing this, it's because they're envious or jealous of what's recently happened for you. So I wouldn't pay it any mind or overly stress out about it, because it's really their issue and it's something they have to work out themselves. But, sometimes when people have good fortune and good blessings, people that you would hope would be on your side or supportive of you are instead, they take the envious or jealous route. So just know that came up for some of you Tauruses. Because one of these people may want to instigate trouble with you. They may try to instigate you or instigate a fight. And again, I go back to, I feel like that's the reason why. There's been a lot of spending, I feel, for some of you Tauruses. And again, I go back to saying maybe some of you bought a new home or moved somewhere. And if you did, well, you know that routine. New drapes, new furniture, new pictures on the wall, new window treatments, new rugs, new whatever. Even if you had stuff, you always still have to get new stuff. But I get that you can relax on your spending now. Like, I feel like, some of you, these predictions may be off in timing because you're not all born on the same month, same year, same day, same city of birth, same country. So your timing for all of you Tauruses is not going to be the same. So it's coming up here in the middle of July, but I do get, if you've recently had a lot of spending, you can relax. It's time to relax. Here you have the Sun. That's awesome. That's the exuberance of childhood joy, returning to that exuberance of childhood joy. It's also a card that symbolizes success in the material world. It can also mean the spotlight being on you. Sometimes this card can also indicate love. Some of you are starting a new project, and it's like I get a blast from the past. That's what they say to me. So I feel like some of you may be working on a project that has to do with something to do with, I don't want to say history, but it could be some trends or history or something that occurred in the past. And like, it's a project you're going to do, but you're blasting it into the future, into now, into modern day. That's clearly not going to make sense to all of you, but that is coming up here. Big travel plans come up. I hear you're finally having the fun you had always wanted to have. Some of you Tauruses are going to go on some really big trip. Like if you live in the United States, it could be a European vacation. If you live in Australia, you could be traveling, I don't know, to Tahiti. I don't know what to say, but it's like it's a big deal trip. It's a big trip. Someone wants to seek you out for your knowledge and your information. So some of you Tauruses are going to receive a phone call or an email, or it could be a snail mail letter. I mean, that's possible, where somebody is seeking you out. They either want to highlight you and feature you in some way on a show, a talk show, an interview, an article they're writing, a blog, a newspaper article, a magazine write-up, or they're contacting you because they want information from you, like your knowledge, your wisdom, your information that you possess to help them out. I feel like it's kind of a big deal. I don't want to act like, oh, this is no big deal. I mean, for some of you, this could be pretty big. Triumphant, success, finally attainment in something the guides are talking about. So there's going to be a real strong sense of like, happy that you got there, happy that it arrived, happy this has shown up. It's good, Taurus. You had a good mid-month update, so that's always good. Please stay tuned for the beginning of the month of August when I post the longer readings. This is just a little update. So now I'm going to look into the sign of Gemini. And Gemini, the first card you got is the Hierophant, which is God giving you blessings or God giving you a cautionary card, like a warning. It could be higher education or higher learning. You could be the educator and the teacher, or you could be the student. I feel like you need to stop fretting. I feel that Geminis have had a propensity to worry about every little thing. And I'm not saying you do that all the time, but you may have recently gone through a stretch of it. Some new agreement is going to get signed. I feel some of you a new leasing agreement. For some of you, this is a new lease on a car. It could be a new lease on an apartment. It could be maybe you're going to lease a business space and start a business. I don't know, but new leasing agreements are coming up for some of you Geminis in mid-July, or possibly, if the timing's not right, this could be taking place in August. Nuances change. People are feeling and seeming different to you. Don't be surprised if in mid-July, maybe even going into August, because we have these two eclipses that are coming up in August, that you don't find that people feel and seem differently to you than normal at work or friendships or family, anywhere. You may be like, I feel like people seem different or people seem off. You may experience that. Generating a lot of business and a lot of money for yourself and or others. And I get productivity is going to be up. So in mid-July through probably into August, your productivity is going to be up and you're going to be generating a lot of business or money for yourself and or other people. I do feel like your money is getting like the status quo of your money is changing. But it feels to me in a good way, not like it's in a depleted way, like it's going to be changing in a positive direction. You may not see that yet in July, in mid-July. Some of you it might have started, but it's going to start, is my feeling. Check institutions. You may have to call different things for numbers. You may have to be calling big, large institutions for serial numbers, numbers on forms, facts, figures, could have to do with work. So think on that. That's a little weird of a message, but it's going to pop up for some of you. You have the Six of Cups next, which is soulmate. To me, this is usually like some past life reincarnation relationship, someone you've been with before, you're reincarnating with them again to solve karma. Either you're going to be together forever or you break up and that solves the karma. Sometimes this is children, and sometimes to me it can mean fond childhood memories. I feel there's a great deal of stress put on you Geminis right now about and around relationships. If you're in one, there's some kind of stress you're feeling right now about the relationship. If you're not in one, then you're feeling pressure or stress in your mind about wanting to be in one. If you're dating and it still applies. I don't care what your status is, single, dating, married, seriously coupled. You're going to have some kind of stress around what's going on with that sector of your life at this point. I hear the words reality bites. You have to take a step back and evaluate, especially in a relationship status, what is going on. Like, you have to evaluate it. I don't know why you're because you're stressed about it for some reason. That's what they're saying. So you may want to take a step back and evaluate why you're stressed, or evaluate the relationships or lack of a relationship, either one or the other. I feel like you're kind of giving yourself the once over, like kind of being self-critical, or like, what am I doing? What am I not doing? I don't know. I get like this self-criticizing kind of feeling attached to it. I do feel like your relationship status for many of you Geminis is going to be changing in the fall. Or your relationship you're in already is going to be changing in some way. If you're in an attached relationship, you may want to have more freedom to come and go than come and go as you please more. And if you're not in a relationship, you might be working on or thinking about making some changes so that you get into one. Because something about your relationship status and what you want, or how you're evaluating things about it, is going through some changes that I don't feel it's being imposed on you, Gemini. I feel this is you doing it. You're wanting to do it. It's not like, I don't feel somebody's breaking up with you. I don't want you to think that's what I'm saying here. I feel like you're reevaluating it. Changes are coming. I see that in the fall. But it's all because of you. What's going on internally in you? I feel like you're having some shifts and changes, Gemini. So I hope this reading helped you. And please stay tuned for the beginning of August, because those readings are much longer. This is just the update. So now I'm going to look into the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have, Cancer, is the Temperance card, which could be like a guardian angel watching over you. To me, this card often indicates the need for patience. You have to have patience. It can also mean God working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. Now it's time to feel your best. Roll out the red carpet for yourself. Make sure you're doing things that feel good to you. Like, getting massages or treating yourself to, a nice meal out, buying yourself some new clothes or some new shoes, or getting some kind of makeover or whatever. Like, treat yourself like royalty in July. I know that may sound like a weird message, but it is coming up. I see some of you getting out old things from storage units. I'm hearing packing crates, boxes, hauling them out, and any kind of old memorabilia and throwing it out. I feel like you're going to be cleaning house or getting rid of it. And maybe it's because you have to. Like, maybe you just have too much stuff and you need to clean it out. But there could be other reasons. It could be like maybe you feel like you need to have more freedom of movement, either emotionally or actually physically. Like, maybe you're thinking, I think I'm going to move. I have too much crap. I need to get rid of it. Or I'm too energetically bogged down because I have all this stuff. Or there's people from your past that you're saving whatever they're calling memorabilia about in your life that you are feeling like, you know what, I need to cut that cord and get the stuff out of here. So that comes up for some of you Cancers. I feel like you're also in mid-July learning a lot through others' actions. Almost like you could be in an audience at a play, but the play is actually real life. And if you just sit back and watch, for some reason, you're going to be learning quite a lot in mid-July through probably into August about watching other people's actions. Trying to hedge your bets is coming up here, but I'm also getting make sure you're following protocols and doing things step by step by step. Not a good time for Cancers to be skipping over steps. You have to think how that applies. Could be work, could be anything you have to fill out or do. Don't skip over steps in anything, or like if you're doing a renovation or you're building or making something. Don't cut corners or skip over steps in mid-July. You have the Four of Pentacles card next. This is holding on protectively to your finances. It's sometimes called the Miser card. You could also be holding on protectively to anything of value. It could also be financial success coming to you in the future. Some of you Cancers that are going to have a new romance, that new romantic partner comes in and brings in money with them. They're coming with money. You may feel like you've given a lot of money out to people and they've never paid you back. And maybe you're okay with that on some regard, but I feel some of you, I hear the words disgusted. Like, I feel that you've paid money out to people and either they haven't appreciated it or they haven't paid you back. And I feel in some cases you've done it repeatedly over and over again, and there's some element of you being disgusted about it, like disgusted with them or disgusted with yourself for always doing it. I don't know where you're feeling that way about, but that comes up here in regard to being generous or either lending people or giving people money. Some of you may be feeling a little lonely or a little put off or a little out of sorts. Maybe you feel like you're spending too much time by yourself, or you haven't had a significant other for a while, or sometimes you can even feel lonely within a relationship. That's completely possible, because I feel some of you Cancers may be feeling a little lonely and a little bit out of sorts about that. But for some of you, I pick up that a new romance is getting ready to come in, or has come in, or is coming in very soon, and with them comes in money. So this is a general reading, Cancer. I don't know who I'm talking to right there. Because I feel like some of you Cancers almost feel like too much time has been wasted in some way, or you're having some regrets about time. The issue of time, too much time passing, or too much time has passed, or whatever it is. And I feel like you're going to get your motor running. Like something is going to charge you up about all this, and it's actually going to be a motivating factor, not a deterrent. So I hope those messages helped you. Now on to the sign of Leo. And the first card you have, Leo, is the High Priestess. Now this could be your highest spirit guide showing up to give you a message. It could also mean your own psychic ability and your own intuition. It could also be something being kept secret or hidden from you or by you, either way. I hear confrontation is a powerful thing. I must clear the air. So I feel like you're going to be confronting someone or confronting a situation, and that it's a powerful thing and that it's necessary, and it actually is going to help you in some way about this air getting cleared. I feel like you feel a little bit put off or angry with people because I hear too much, and I see you like shaking your finger. I feel like you're feeling like there's too many people trampling all over each other, either in a family situation where they're trampling on each other and they're not being respectful or treating each other in the right way. And if it's not family or a personal thing to you, it could be maybe you feel a financial, like some kind of financial institution or some politics or policies or some bureaucracy in a school or in a company or in the government is unfair, and there's too much, but I get you having like a, like you're gonna lash out and say something, like you're gonna speak up about it, clear the air. You have a lot of power, Leo, right now, because I hear single-handedly with one fell swoop you can change everything. And I feel like you have that kind of power right now to make big changes sweeping across the board in whatever situations that are, that feel unbalanced, unsettled, out of sorts, and that need rectification in your life or that you're witnessing going on. Somebody may pop up unexpectedly out of the blue that you knew before that was a romantic partner to you, and may surprise you and knock you off your feet. You're like, whoa, they just showed up again? Some of you, if it's not somebody from your past, it's a new person. Now, obviously that message isn't implying if you're happily coupled, although you could still be coupled and somebody from your past can show up. That's entirely possible, but I get like somebody like, and this is like significant. This isn't some like, yeah, this is like, whoa. Look who just showed up. And again, like I said, if it wasn't somebody you already knew, it could be somebody new. Now here you have Four of Cups. This is ruminating, going within, analyzing, overanalyzing, looking at the past, pulling at straws. It can be also God giving you a blessing or an opportunity comes up. For some of you Leos, I pick up you feeling regretful and remorseful about something that's gone on. And it's coming up to the surface, or you're focusing on it or thinking about it in mid-July. Some of you may not be feeling too well either. You may have some kind of diverticulitis or some kind of dysfunction internally with digestion or something, because I keep hearing the words, some of you may be thinking of changing your diet. Maybe you need to go gluten-free, or maybe you want to be a vegetarian, or maybe you ate something that is causing you trouble. But I feel some of you may have some kind of ongoing issue that makes you want to change your diet. Comes up for some of you Leos in mid-July. If you're involved in any training or educating programs, there's too much static energy in it and something about it needs to get shut down. So that could be a work training program, or a training program you're attending, a training program your company throws, a training program you're in, or that you teach, or like, I don't know, but I get something to do with you Leos. It's going to come up like too much static energy involving a training program, and therefore it's going to have to get shut down. I see you being a real stabilizing force and having a lot of grounding energy going on around you, and I feel that you're going to have talks with people, and they're going to sit down, and you're going to be working out logistics or bringing balance or settling. It could be a settlement. You could be having a lawsuit settlement, a divorce settlement. It could be family upheavals, and you're sitting down and you're going to make some kind of settlement. And it's very funny. I'm looking out, when I look out the here in this location where I am right now, I'm looking out a bay window, and the water is sparkling out there, and the cloud above the water is a finger pointing right like that, like going like this, like pointing, not the bad finger, this finger, right while I'm reading you, Leo. So don't know what that means. Might mean something to some of you. I don't know. Just thought I'd share it with you. So now on to the sign of Virgo. Well, Virgo, nothing like having dramatic cards for you. The first card you have is the Devil. And the Devil is a card to me that symbolizes being addicted to an unhealthy relationship, being trapped or bound to an unhealthy situation or relationship, or it could be an addictive relationship. This could also be somebody having an addiction issue, like drugs, alcohol, spending money, sex, gambling, pornography, overeating, sugar, whatever you could be addicted to. And it could be you or a partner. So we have to see why this comes up. You're dramatic. You have two totally different cards here. Very dramatic, Virgo. I feel like you're overwhelmed by something. I really feel like you feel like somebody needs to stop this train. It's rolling down the track and it's out of control. Stop the train. I get that kind of energy here. Like you feel like, and I feel you feeling off kilter, out of balance. Like your head's spinning, too many things are going on. Either your life has got too many confusing things that are going on at once, or you just are, your mind is like jumping this way, that way, like you could be scattered energy all over in your mind. I'm not sure whether it's situational or mental in you. But I'm hearing, stop that train, stop that train, and your mind going, oh my God, what do I do? What's this going? This is going on, that's going on. That's what I'm seeing through this Devil card. Something's segueing, something's leading into something else for you. So, but I keep hearing them say before that, the guides are saying, Virgos need balance. They need balance, they need grounding, but then I get something that you're working on or doing is segueing into something else. I feel like this Devil card is, you're having a lot of struggles here. I feel like you are unsettled about things. You feel like there's unresolved happening. You want there to be balance. You're feeling confused. Too many things happening at once. Feelings of being overwhelmed. So I get like emotional confusion, I'm getting mental confusion, I'm getting the feeling of being overwhelmed. I'm also hearing you need balance. I don't know. We got to see what the next card comes up, because here, how opposite could you be, Virgo? You got the Sun and you got the Devil. Yeah, they look pretty opposite. The Sun is returning to the joys of exuberance of childhood joy and happiness. It can also mean the spotlight being on you. It can mean the success in the material world, you having success in the material world. It can also mean love. And it's generally like happy card, but off of the Devil card, I wasn't picking up you feeling overly happy there. I actually feel that a lot of Virgos are getting ready to make some giant leaps of consciousness. I do feel that things are evolving or revolving at a rate for you that does feel like it might be too fast, or like something suddenly speeding up that does feel out of control for you. It could be your job. Maybe they're giving you too much to do at work. It could be a love relationship. You might feel like, holy moly, this is moving too fast. It could be, maybe all your kids are moving out and suddenly getting married and this and that and the other. This one's going away. This one's going to Europe. That one's getting married. Like, it could be like, whoa, hold the boat. Too many people leaving at once. Like, it's just a weird, it's a weird energy. You may be trying to hide this from other people that you're close to. You may not be letting on that this is how you've been feeling or what's been going on internally with you. You may be trying to keep a lid on this. You're going to be receiving a lot of compliments. I do feel you're really looking good, looking great. So externally, and also being perceived by others in a positive light. So these struggles and all this stuff I already said feel like internal to me for you, in your mind, in your emotions and in your mind. Because I see other people going, wow, you look great, and being very complimentary, like liking your hair or liking the way you look and acting like you look like $1 million. And it's like, and I feel it's true. I feel like you do. So it's kind of you have an interesting little bit of a mix going on here with, and also anything, Virgo, that has been like stop, start, stop, start. I feel that's going to end up getting under control too. So whatever that is, if it's been a relationship, a job, your money, or a friendship, or whatever, anything that's been stop, start, stop, start, I feel that's going to stop as well. That'll give you a sense of balance. So I feel like August is going to feel a lot better for you. For some reason, July feels like a harem scarum kind of month a little bit for the Virgos. So I hope those messages helped you. Please stay tuned, Virgo, for the beginning of August, because those readings are 20 minutes long and these updates are around 5-6 minutes long for each sign. So it's just a quick update. Don't get worried about any of the messages that come up, and it is a general reading. And watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because even though it's the update, that could be speaking to you in the middle of July more so than your sun sign. So now I'm going to look into the sign of Libra. And the first of the two cards you have, Libra, is Four of Rods. And this could be success coming to you in springtime. It could be a marriage. It could be you getting married. It could be about your marriage if you're already married. It could also be attending a wedding or throwing a wedding. I feel like Libras are going to feel like you're on top of the world, like you're having some breakthrough of some sort in mid-July. You're getting ecstatic about something, and something is like elevating you. You're feeling like your mood is getting lifted and lightened. I feel like some of you are going to go through this spell where you're going to feel like, I want to revitalize my image. And this could be revitalizing your image of your appearance, or like, you know, if you had a certain persona that you want, like your image at work, or I don't know, you could revitalize your image in a lot of different ways, but it's coming up here. I feel you have a lot of knowledge and information coming to you where things are getting revealed or disclosed to you. So it could be any kind of things, like, you know, maybe it's family knowledge, or things that you were investigating or trying to figure out or find out. I get like things there. Some things are getting revealed to you, or are coming out in the open, or knowledge, things coming to light, secrets that were hidden, or things that, knowledge or information that you were seeking. Things are coming out, coming to light in mid-July. Some of you Libras that are intertwined with someone may get a surprise engagement. Somebody may pop the question to you. If now this is if you've been dating them for a while, or you're a serious relationship. It's obviously not going to apply to those of you that are already married or are not seeing anyone at all. So, but this is coming up. For some of you, you may get like an unexpected engagement comes up. I also feel that some of you are giving way to new ideas, like forgetting the past, or giving up the past, or forgiving the past, and coming up with something new, coming up with new ideas. So not sure what that's in relation to, because this is just a quick update. I can't focus on it too long. So I got to go to your next card, which is the Ace of Pentacles, which is financial abundance, financial blessings coming to you through the divine source. It also can mean financial stability. If you've been feeling the crunch or the squeeze about having to pay off any debts, I do feel that you will, for some reason, somehow, some way, have the finances and be able to do it. So if you've been a Libra that's been struggling with finances, I don't know what to say here, because I get you getting money, having money that you're able to pay off anything like debts, or pay them down, or relieve some debt, maybe pay off something all the way. You also have some justice about money, and also any truths or things that needed to be revealed to you about money occur in July. So if you felt like there was any injustice where you had a workman's compensation claim, or there was a lawsuit, or there was any kind of thing going on and you felt like it was unjustified what was going on around in your life about money, I feel like there's going to be some justice about finances. I also feel that if there was any secrets or anything you were unsure about, or there was any uncertainties in some regard to money in your life, it becomes clear to you, revealed, clear. You know the facts and the story about money. If you're involved in any commercial prospects, like you have a place that you rent to other people, or you have some kind of stocks or investments in something, they're going to be paying off for you in a big way. Like especially anything where you've got money and it's tied to the words commercial. It's going to, money in commercial ways or commercial ventures are going to pay off for you in a big way. Don't trust people who promise too much to you, though. Make sure you get anything in writing, because sometimes people can overpromise you. So make sure you get stuff in writing, Libra. So I hope this reading was of help to you. I'm now going to move on to the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Temperance card that showed up here. And this to me is patience, having to have patience about something. It can also indicate God working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. It can also mean maybe it's like your guardian angel is showing up, or that you have one strongly around you. You're coming into a time of success. I hear that you have to get yourself back into the tune or mode of what you used to feel like. And that I don't really know how else to put this. I'm going to say it like this. Perhaps you used to feel like you had it all going on in the past. Your mojo may have been up, or your marketability and job sense may have been up. And then, like, you've got success coming to you. So I feel like you need to go back to, like, you have to get something back from your past, a feeling that you had, and bring it into now, because this is going to help you with success. You do have success coming. And any time you felt alone or out in the cold or left alone, I hear not any longer. You are going to feel like the king of the castle, the queen of the parade, the like the master of your own destiny. Those kind of energies are circling around this. I also hear that you feel you treat other people with respect, and that you want people to treat you that way also. But I hear you also have looked at some situations where you may have reacted in a way that was overreacted, or didn't have the correct response. Like you may have misinterpreted something somebody said to you, or some situation that went around you. You may have misunderstood it, misinterpreted it, and I see you rethinking it, like, wow, maybe I took that the wrong way and they didn't really mean it that way. Because this would all be about the area of respect. It would have to do with because you treat people a certain way, you want them to treat you that way, but now I'm seeing you look at something like hindsight's 2020, like maybe you misunderstood somebody's comment and took it offensively, and maybe they didn't really mean it that way. You have the Two of Cups next. This is fate, destined, divine, ordained, meant to be, love, relationship. To me, that's like soul connection. You have a soul connection. It doesn't have to be love. It could also be with a child or a great friend. But very often it's usually love, a love partner. I hear a great deal, sealing the deal with a kiss. Some of you are getting engaged or getting really serious about someone. I see some of you may have written someone off, like I'm writing them off, but then I get that you're going to give them another try one more time, or you've written off love and you're going to give love another try. It's either a particular person or it's romance, romantic relationships, and love in general. One or the other. It comes up like you wrote it off, but you're opening the door back up to it again. And if you don't see this happen in mid-July, this could be happening in August or even into September for you Scorpios. This could go out further than just July. And I feel that the feelings between you and this other person are mutual, like you're on the same page. You may feel like you're taking a big chance or a big risk. I also see you looking at somebody and somebody looking at you in the same way, like trying to figure out what makes each other tick. That also comes up. But I do feel like it's mutual feelings. Now, if you're already coupled, and this isn't like you're not embarking on some, rebirth of a relationship with somebody else, or you haven't written love off because you're already coupled, then unfortunately this message isn't going to make sense to you. And please watch your rising sign or your moon sign, because your messages may be coming to you there, Scorpio, if this Two of Cups isn't making sense to you. Some of you are going to be creating a family together with someone, or you can even be creating a family. Like, don't think three's a family. Creating a family, two people together, to me, could be a family. But I get some of you creating a family with someone. Or that could mean just the two of you, or the two of you and you're going to have kids. Or maybe you already both have kids and you're joining each other together, and then therefore that's the creation of the family. But it comes up here. So I don't know, Scorpio, that might have been a little confusing to you if you didn't find yourself in that situation. So again, please watch your rising sign or your moon sign. So now I'm going to look into the sign of Sagittarius. Yeesh! Wow, Sagittarius, you're one of the signs that got some kick butt cards. You have the Ace of Swords, and your other one is an ace also. So this is victory to me, or truth being revealed, or victory because truth did get revealed. It can also be truth, wisdom, knowledge. You're finally having it all. You're finally having something happen that you've waited for or wanted to see happen. Something you wanted to happen is happening. That's how it comes up. I feel like you're going to have the feeling of like, my burdens are lifted. I can tackle anything now. This could have to do with finances. It could have to do with something else. Maybe you were waiting to get divorced, and now your divorce finally came through, and you've been waiting for that. Now you feel like you can tackle anything. Maybe you were waiting for a divorce settlement or a lawsuit settlement or some kind of raise, or you got some kind of windfall of cash, and now you feel like, okay, this is what I was waiting for, and now I can tackle anything. It's going to be different for each one of you Sagittarians what this thing is that you've been waiting for, but I still say it gives you a feeling of like triumphant victory. Why am I not using the word victory? It does mean victory. It is that feeling, like you're feeling victorious and like you could conquer anything. So you got something great happening here. It could happen anytime between now and September 1st, I feel, for you Sagittarians. I also see some of you Sagittarians shaking the wool out and getting the lead out and getting out there, getting noticed, getting recognized. Could be in a work-related situation, could be in a social scene, because I feel like maybe you want to get seen and heard and recognized for the work you do, or in a public arena sense, or on YouTube, or out into the world in publication or something you're doing. But I'm getting like out in the world. It could be even if you started a new business, or you're starting a new company, or you're on some kind of new venture at the moment. It's like being more social, being more seen, being more recognized. You've got a lot of power behind you, a lot of energy behind you. That's like all because you had something victorious, something you waited for a really long time has come to fruition and happened. And that was like plugging you into jumper cables, and you're off and running, Sagittarius. You have Ace of Cups next. Look at that. That's love, the divine source giving you the abundance and holy grail of love coming to you. It could also mean a new love relationship. I see a big outpouring of love coming to you. I get congratulations coming to you from family members. So this could be like maybe you got married, maybe you got engaged, maybe you met somebody new, or you did something really, really great. And because I get family members pouring love and congratulations to you. So I'm also hearing the words congratulations are going to come to you from some people. I feel that if you're a working Sagittarian, you may have gotten like the office manager's position, the general manager's position, the coveted whatever the next step up in the lineage of where you're working position. Because I get step aside, move over, the king or queen bee is now going to be the one in charge. So some of you, this congratulations is coming because of some big attainment that you wanted to get and you got it. Maybe you made a partner in a law firm, or maybe you're, I don't know, graduating at the highest level of your class above everybody else. I don't know what the thing is going to be, but some of you are going to be like the king or queen bee of a situation. I feel some of you are getting a lot of dead wood out of your life. Some of you are releasing your exes also. So releasing your ex comes up for some Sagittarians. Because I feel some of you are finally getting over someone or getting past someone. Yeah, I really do feel some of you climbed up some kind of ladder of success, and some of it has to do with how well you treated others, or that you were a good person and you treated people kindly. Sometimes you have to play politics and whatnot. I don't know that that was really necessary for you, or that you had to do it, because I don't feel you had to. I feel like just your good nature and you being good to people and that you're a good person kind of paid off here for you. That's how it looks. So hopefully those messages made sense to you, Sagittarians. Okay, you certainly had good cards. So now I'm going to look into the sign of Capricorn. And the first of the two cards you have, Capricorn, is Ten of Pentacles. And this is receiving money through family channels, like a gift of cash, or you could be receiving an inheritance. It could also mean you working in a relationship with a partner, like a couple, you and your spouse, or you and your significant other, working together and bringing in a lot of money bringing a lot of money. Or it could just be, hey, Capricorn, you're getting some money coming to you somehow. Could be that. Any family secrets that were being kept, and it could have to do with money. I get some of these secrets come out into the open. Any money you've given to other people is coming back to you. I feel financial gain for some of you Capricorns. And it could be if you gave anybody money, like through a loan or anything like that, or just generosity, because I get like money coming to you, but I almost feel like it's karmically coming back to you. But we could be people paying you back also. I hear treatment of high quality standards and getting put up on a pedestal. I feel some of you could be getting a raise or a bonus or an increase in your salary because of some stellar job you've done or some great innovation or some new methodologies or ways of running it or doing the job that you have. That because of this, you either, like I said, you either get promoted, a raise, or a bonus, or some kind of commission comes up here for some of you Capricorns. And you may be getting involved in a battle of wills if you feel like people in your family, there was another sign that got this too. It might have been Leo. I'm not sure which other sign got this, but if you felt like there was any family members that were not treating each other fairly, it could have to do with money, could have to do with wills, estates, or just money in general. You could find yourself involved in that, like checking on other people's spending. If you have an elderly relative and somebody's taking care of them, you may be wanting to look at the books of what spending's been going on their needs, or you may feel like there's been consternation or issues, or people could be fighting over something to do that has to do with money, or people not feeling like people are getting treated fairly in the family in regards to money. That was a little confusing. You need to listen to that again. I got Page of Rods for your second card. This is either a message coming to you about work, business, enterprise, or some kind of communications coming to you. Or this could be a person, which could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign, because it's a fire sign person. Somebody's doing something great and feeling great about it and finally getting paid. This could be about you, but this could be somebody connected to you. It could be a son, a daughter. It could be, a sibling. So it's either you or somebody connected to you. And it's about money, job appreciation, getting paid, getting a new job even, it could be. Somebody within your family may say, I got to leave. I got to get out of this compound, this family compound. So you may have a family member that's leaving. They may be moving to another state, another province, another town, another city, another country. They could just be moving. They may be doing that because they want more security, and for some reason they don't feel like they have it in whatever situation this is. It could also be maybe you have a kid that's going off to college next month, or maybe you have a child that's grown up and is now ready to leave the nest, and they're going to go off and follow their dreams or goals. It could be that, but it could also be somebody leaving a situation where, earlier, there's some family situation for some of you Capricorns where I feel like, again, you could find yourself in the midst of it, that there could be some upheavals going on, and it could have some relation to infighting or people not getting along, and it could have some kind of connection to money. The guides say there's a great deal of free will here, and you may be able to influence them if it's another person, but you can't fully control or change anything that they decide to do. But you may be able to influence them because there's a great deal of free will happening with whoever this Page of Rods person is. Hope that wasn't confusing for you guys. So now I'm going to look into the sign of Aquarius. So the first card you have, Aquarius, is the Six of Pentacles, and this can mean the balance of give and take. It can be giving money generously and freely and joyously to others. It could also be receiving money from banks, loans, financial institutions, grants, insurance payouts, tax refunds. It could also mean success. Sometimes this card is when you are experiencing monetary success, or it's the balance of give and take. I get Aquarians are going to be feeling like they're sowing their wild oats here in some way. I see some Aquarians having a great deal of spending capital here, or that you're going to take some money and spend it, but they're referring to it as capital. Creation is a wonderful thing. I feel like some of you Aquarians are bringing something to life or bringing something to fruition. So it could be a new job or a new business or some new creative project or endeavor. Whatever it is, you've had to spend money to get this going. So if it's a new job or a new aspect of, a new business, or it's a new aspect of a business you already own, or if it's something new you want to create and then you're going to turn around and sell it, or whatever it is, there's money that was invested in it. I see a payoff here. I feel like some of you are going to start to see your bank account grow. Now, some of you, this could happen in July. For some of you, I really feel this time frame could happen anytime between mid-July and mid-September. Your bank account growing, like an increase in your bank account. Tricky business. Don't let anybody steal your ideas. Keep many of your ideas under your hat. That's an important thing to do. I see, because you've got some success coming here, I see you boiling up with some like new ideas. Like whatever you put this money into, or that you're generating, or you're going to build up or start new that cost you some money, I see any success you gain from it's generating more ideas in your head. So that's good. Well, here you have the Eight of Swords. This is being trapped. This could be trapped in a situation that you can't see how to get out of. It could also be being in an emotional prison, and there could be secrets you don't know about, or just unknown forces here. Legalities could trip you up, so don't let anything slip through the cracks that's not legally, like, make sure anything you do, if you have to have legal paperwork or documentation, make sure you have all of that in place. You may feel like you're a fish out of water, or you're not really confident or sure of what you're doing. Even though I pick up all this great stuff from this card, you may feel like uncertain, like, did I do everything right? Or like, I feel like I'm a fish out of water. I'm swimming in uncharted territory. Do I really know what I'm doing? Like, so if you're starting a new business or a new aspect to a business, or you're starting some new creation, even though I see it paying off for you and doing well in the long run, you may be feeling like you question whether you have enough knowledge or expertise, or feeling like a fish out of water, or not feeling 100% sure about what you're doing. But this feels more to me like your own mental prison. Because I don't feel that's what the end result is going to be, even though this card came first. I feel like your end result is going to be what I got here, but this is talking about your mental state and your emotional state about what you're working on or doing. There's kind of like a wait and see attitude. Some of you may be feeling like, well, I can't cut a deal yet. I have to wait and see. So some of you may be expecting or be presented with some kind of deal, but that for some reason you feel like you can't proceed forward with it, or you have uncertainty about it because there's this either stuck feeling or wait and see, like I have to wait and see. So that's a little bit of a confusing one, but I feel, again, to me, this card came up not being trapped in a situation as much as being trapped in a mental, like, concerns. Like, do I really know what I'm doing? Do I feel like I'm a fish out of water? Is this really going to go all right? I'm in uncharted territory. Like, that kind of thing you're putting yourself through, and I don't feel like it's totally necessary. But you have to see how things play out, Aquarius. So I hope those messages helped you. Please be sure to watch the beginning of August, because my monthly readings are 20 minutes long, and these are just 6-minute updates. So, and also watch your rising sign and your moon sign if any of these messages aren't making sense to any of the signs out there for your sun sign, because just like in the monthly readings, the mid-month readings can do the exact same thing, where could be your rising sign and your moon sign giving you the messages and not your sun sign. So now I'm going to look into the sign of Pisces. And the first card you have, Pisces, is Seven of Cups. This is scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. Could be confusion in making a decision. Choose wisely from the illusions around you. There's so many things for you to think about in mid-July, and so many things for you to do. And I'm hearing plan, plan, plan. I feel like you're making lists, you're checking them twice, you're planning things out, you're making outlines, you're planning, all this planning going on. I feel that some of you Pisces are going to give something up and let it go, like there's something you can't do anymore. I don't know what it is. It could be drinking, it could be smoking. It doesn't have to be any kind of addictive thing. It could also be like maybe you have to give up gluten and wheat, or maybe you have to give up dairy, or you're going to give up meat. Or it could be a relationship. But there's something that you're giving up, that you're thinking in your mind, I just can't do it anymore. Maybe it's a job you don't want to do anymore, and you're like, you know what, I got to give this up. I can't do it anymore. Could be that kind of thing. I don't know what it is you're giving up, because it's a general reading, but that comes up for you Pisces. I do feel some of you Pisces are getting talked to in too many different directions. Too many people are talking to you, and I feel some of you in mid-July may feel like you're getting pulled in too many different directions. So if you're somebody listening to a lot of people on YouTube, you might be getting like, I'm listening to too many people and it's confusing me, and now I can't sort it all out. It could be in a work situation. You may have too many different employees giving you opinions, or you could have employees giving you opinions, friends giving you opinions, loved ones giving you opinions, family giving you opinions, and it's pulling you in different directions about something. So I do feel that some of you are getting confused and a little bit overwhelmed by too many different opinions. However it's coming to you. Again, listen to how I said, because it could be even some other scenarios I haven't even thought of. Could be just your family. Your brother's telling you one thing, your mother's telling you something else, your dad's telling you something else, your aunt or an uncle are telling you different things, and your friends have something else to say to you. So just have to think how that's applying to you in mid-July, maybe even going into August for Pisces. Some of you may want to create a dream come true job, workplace, or environment. You may be thinking that you want to start your own company or your own business in some sort, or it could be a living space or a workspace, but like a dream come true job, or a dream come true business, or a dream come true living space. I get some of you have those things on your mind. Because you're a great visionary, and you're very intuitive, and you're very psychic, and I feel many of you are clairvoyant, and you can visualize things very well about how you want things to roll. That sometimes can be a great benefit in so many ways, but it can be a detriment if the things aren't lining up exactly the way you want them to, of what you're seeing in your mind and in your head. So you have Seven of Rods here. So you had two sevens. Sevens are a spiritual number to me. Seven of Rods is closing the door on negative energy coming at you, or keeping negative energy at bay, and it could be communications. And remember, that would make a lot of sense, because you were getting confused and pulled in different directions by different people. This is energy of people coming at you in some way. But it could be about work, or this could just be about communications. We have to see. I feel some of you are going to feel a little overwhelmed, like you can't control your emotions, or you can't control possibly for some of you, anger in mid-July. Some of you may feel like you have a great deal of oppression, or a feeling of being stuck in something that you can't stand it, and you want to you want that to change or to get out of it. It could be your living situation. It could be a job. It could be something else. It could be something that you got backed into a corner and you promised something and to someone and you're following through and doing it, but you can't stand whatever this thing is that you followed through with, that you're doing. Some of you are going to start to put together some kind of program. Some of you, it may be involving language. It could be or a textbook, or some kind of program where you're going to teach or instruct somebody. Could be for other coworkers, could be for people online, could be for people in whatever field you're trained or educated in, and you're going to put some kind of program together. It could be a literal program, TV program, or YouTube program, or computer program, but I get some of you putting together some kind of program in July. Details, 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 Pisces. It's all in the details. You've got some great abundance coming to you. And they said super colossal, fantastic abundance. That was the word they said. So some of you, it's not coming in July. Some of you, Pisces, this super colossal, fantastic abundance is coming to you, I feel, between mid-July and February. Don't freak out that I said February, but listen to what words they just said. Super colossal, fantastic. If it happens to you in mid-July, bravo, Pisces. I hope it does for you, but some of you, it's what you're doing, working on, creating, and program that you're dealing with and things you're working on, that will pay off for you, but you're working on it in July. I don't know that you finished it in July. You may have, but at some point, you get some huge abundance from that. So I hope this reading was of help to all the signs out there, and I certainly hope it made sense. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. Please watch your rising sign and your moon sign if you did not feel that your mid-month Psychic Tarot update made sense for your sun sign. I'd like to say here again, as I did in the beginning of the videos, I had several people write to me and request for me to do another love reading where I specialize just in looking at the area of love. And so I've done that on my special psychic videos that I record for Vimeo. And so for the middle of July, I did a singles and couples romance forecast for the remainder of 2017, and all of the readings, most of them did go in to 2018 a little bit, and in each reading I did 3 tarot cards from one tarot deck for the single of your sign, and I did 3 cards from another tarot deck for the married or coupled or seriously dating people of your sign. And I did 1 card for the singles and 1 card for the married or coupled from the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So these videos are kind of long because I wanted to give separate attention instead of just doing love across the board and hearing messages about both. I thought I'd divide it up, but they're in one video. And you can get these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for singles and couples romance update or romance forecast for the remainder of the year of 2017. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to page either, it's on my videos page, and it's a drop-down menu. Go to either page 10 or 11, and I'm not sure which it is. If I can get it on 10, they'll be on 10, but I'm not sure if they'll fit on 10, so they may be on 11. You just go to that heading and click on your sign, and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate it. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post any of my videos here to YouTube. And I wish you have an absolutely phenomenal rest of this month of July. and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.